Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 29. Woo!
29.
29. You make me feel so fine.
That's right. Like April 1.
Yeah, exactly. So what is going on here? I'm your cordial, actually, I'm your butthole co-host, Yam Juice.
All right, I'll be your cordial co-host, Flex.
and we are going to bring you the same special guest that we brought you 2 weeks ago.
Us.
Us. You're in for a real treat, guys. It's like this is what happened when nobody, nobody steps forward to be on the show here.
Yeah, if we don't got a victim, we can't have a show.
No, that's not true. We can have a show.
We can have a show, but it's not funnier when we have a victim.
Well, it is more fun for us because, I have to look at this ugly mug's face all the damn time.
I wouldn't say it's funnier. I'd say it's funner.
It's funner.
It's funner when we have someone on the show.
Oh, yeah. Well, Flex and I always manage to have a good time. Just, I get sick of looking at him. Don't you have that bag around anymore? Hey, you know what? They've got a new law that went into effect January 1st here in California, or at least in my county.
What's that?
It's like now when you go to the grocery store, if you want a bag, they charge you 10 cents a piece for bags, and they've gotten rid of plastic. They only have paper. You have to pay 10 cents a piece for paper bags.
Holy crap. That's some righteous bucks after you get if you get more than a bag or two of groceries.
Yeah, you do a week's worth of shopping, you're looking at quite a lot of money just on bags and all that. It's like they sell these reusable fabric bags that you can bring with you, but it's like, Jesus Christ, I'm not bringing bags into the grocery store. I can't keep track of things like that.
Yeah, drag them around with you all the time.
It'll save you money. No more double bagging, though. Yeah, we'll just risk it. Yeah, we found that earlier. We went on vacation in L.A. They have some kind of a law like that already, but it just went into effect in Oakland.
That's far out.
Maybe the whole county. I don't know. We're a tree hugging, gang of folks over here.
Yep. Taking care of the environment one bag at a time. Refreshing.
Obviously, I'm in flavor country.
Flavor country.
Springtime. It happens every Salem. No,
hey,
these are cool.
Everybody, it just so happens that today is Flex's birthday.
It is. What you keep bringing that up, so let me bring it up. It's Flex's birthday, everybody. Hey. It is Wednesday, January 16th. Mark it on your calendar. And he's got his Sonic the Hedgehog. Because you know what? Flex is kind of a hedgehog. He's fuzzy. He's definitely fuzzy.
Yeah, I'm definitely woolly.
Kind of scratchy.
Yeah.
Sonic kind of, he never really was in any kind of big, games after the Sega era.
It was a big deal, man. Sonic was like the bomb.
It was the bomb. Yeah, no. I guess he was kind of the answer to Mario, right? He was like...
Yeah, he was supposed to be.
Sega had their own version of Mario, and it was Sonic.
And then on the PlayStation, they had... what was that? Ratchet and Clank, I think, was the game that they had that was the first Sony-only game, I think.
I had the first Ratchet and Clank on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun. I'm not very good at platformers. Always happens we'll get to a level that I can't figure out. I'll just be stymied, I just can't go any farther. I tried everything that I can think of, and it's just like, I don't know, and just give up on the goddamn thing.
That's it. I've had enough.
Yeah, I tried Beautiful Joe. It was really fun for a long time, and then I got stuck. As like, I don't know, platformers are just not my cup of tea.
My favorite platformer was that Mike Tyson Punch-Out game on the Nintendo regular NES. Remember that when you had to you fought and then you had to fight all the way up to Tyson, and then once you got up to Tyson, he was so tough he just would kick your ass, man. You didn't stand a chance.
Well, that's why you got to go back to the gym. Punch the beef,
punch the big bag.
Punch the size of beef.
Oh,
You're breaking the ribs. You're breaking the ribs, man.
Like Sly.
Sly Stone. Yeah, every Friday my buddy comes over and hangs out, and we usually watch a Netflix. Like we were watching old westerns, just all kinds of westerns, catching up on it. We did that for weeks and weeks and weeks, watching westerns. And lately we're on a kick where we're watching cheesy 80s action flicks. So we just saw a couple of flicks with Van Damme.
Oh, I was going to ask you, son, have you been watching some Seagal?
Oh yeah, well, you know what? We watched 2 Steven Seagal films so far, and that guy is the worst actor ever.
Let me do my.
Well, I don't know if he's the worst.
Hang on, let me do my Seagal for you.
Okay.
What do you mean? You think you're gonna bust me up? Nobody busts me up, man. I'm Steven Seagal.
That's just about it. Except you were emoting too much. You have to be more still.
Yeah, I wasn't wooden enough. I was too animated.
That guy is like he's overdosing on Prozac or something.
Yeah.
Like, you just killed my daughter, you bastard. You'll pay for this.
I like that. There was that one movie, Out for Justice, and at the end, this guy killed his buddy, and then so he's beating the shit out of him, and he's like, "This is for so and so," and then he takes a corkscrew and gives the guy the corkscrew treatment in the top of the head, and this is for Bobby. And it's like, okay, so you think he's across.
I have been accused of having Steven Seagal hair. I got the pulled back ponytail thing.
Yeah, your hair's better than his, though.
Well, my ponytail takes up rubber band's worth of about that big around. It's pretty thick. Steven Seagal looks like his rubber band is about that big around.
Yeah, little pencil pony.
Not exactly the thickest head of hair in the world. Anyway, Van Damme is
Which ones did you watch?
Oh shoot, I can't even remember the names.
They were so cheesy that they didn't even warrant the name remembrance.
Well, the thing is, Netflix has a lot of shit like on demand, but most of the famous Steven Seagal movies and the famous Van Damme movies and stuff, they usually are. You have to get the DVD.
Yeah.
And we're just too impatient. We just want to click, So we just they still have several movies that are clickable. But they're not their biggest hits.
Yeah, they're just their like also rans. Like when they got a little older and a little slower at it, then that's the ones you can watch on instant queue.
Yeah, a little lower budget efforts, but those are kind of fun because they're cheesy, and we sort of enjoy the cheesiness factor. We just watched a Dolph Lundgren. We watched a Dolph Lundgren where he was a sniper.
Ooh, Dolph. He was in Rocky 2 or Rocky 5, right? He was.
Well, which was one of them? He was like.
Was it 4 or 5? I think it was 4.
You.
Rocky 4. He was in. He was Dragunov or whatever.
Drago, something like that. Yeah. Drago. Anyway, he was like a Russian Superman. You remember the montage scene where, his trainer takes Rocky to, the only way you're gonna beat this guy, is like they took him to some cabin way up in the fucking far north, and it's snowing and it's freezing cold.
Yep.
And there's nothing to work with. He's got he's dragging tree stumps, from ropes, and he's picking up logs,
working on the stairs and doing curl ups and stuff.
Yeah, and meanwhile they show him doing that stuff, in the elements, with this raw kind of training, and then they show the Russian guy. He's in this spotless gym, and he's got electrodes hooked up to him, and he's like on electronic, weight training machines. He's got all the latest high tech Russian stuff. We're gonna need a montage.
Yeah. And a snappy tune. They had to dig up a snappy tune.
Well, like, see, Rocky is no shortage of good music. I mean, the
number 3,
Gonna Fly Now.
Yeah, you got that was actually a Oscar award winning soundtrack, wasn't it? For Rocky 1.
I don't know.
And then Rocky 2, I didn't really have that great one. And then Rocky 3 had Survivor doing Eye of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger. Yeah, see, that's a good song. Eye of the Tiger. And then the start of it is like, dum, 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 dum.
It was the perfect song for that flick.
Ride it up.
Oh no, I lost Mr. T-Box.
Oh shit. I pity the fool. What the hell was that?
That was my other sound effects. Oh!
Quit your jibber jabber.
There you go. It wouldn't be complete without it. In fact, we were just talking about it. Hey, Flex, scoot a little bit over to that side, the side that your hand is up. Yeah, there you go.
Like that, you mean?
Yeah, my skybox is was starting to try to cover your face a little bit.
There.
Ah, you're crowding me, buddy. I was like getting into your armpit.
Middle name, period. Last name, T.
Mr. T.
Mr. T.
He was on Saturday Night Live one time, way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hosting. It's like, I'm Mr. T, and I'm looking for my son, E.
Mr. E. E.T.
Of course, that was when E.T. was big.
Looking for my son, E.
Now, see, I was the last person on the entire planet to see E.T. the movie. I mean, I don't know. I think I saw it in the 90s, finally.
So you held out on watching it.
Yeah, everybody in the world was like, when it came out, it was like, oh, it's like heartwarming. Everybody loves it. The little bastard was just so disgusting looking. Like, I don't know. I just
What's warming your heart? It doesn't sound like.
No, he was kind of gross looking.
And then what was up with that? He didn't eat M&Ms. He ate Reese's Pieces. What the fuck? I mean, choke them motherfuckers down. Them things suck.
Well, what I heard was that he wanted to eat M&Ms, but M&Ms said no, you couldn't. You can't do that. We won't let you do that.
Wouldn't dance with them.
Exactly. See, they blew it. Whoever made that decision, because then he goes with Reese's Pieces, and then that candy takes off.
It did.
So there's your product placement, baby.
They know it.
These guys got to learn to cross promote.
Yeah, they got to do it more.
I was just thinking, how would you best serve an ET? You got to gut him and fillet him and dress him down, dress him out. Probably slow cooked. One of those like kind of roasting kind of barbecuers made out of 55-gallon drums.
Yeah.
Like he's a brisket. This is how's the meat? Out of this world.
It's tasty.
So what have you been doing on your birthday boy?
Well, I rested, and then I got up, and I took a nap, and then I rolled over, and I got a snooze. And then really nothing. I spent it doing some stuff with my daughter. I ran some errands. Got some GameStop gift cards. Got to have those for the birthday.
That's right.
other than that, just took it easy. My family took me out to eat, and it was really exciting.
Well, you know what? I again, for your birthday, I didn't get a present that you can hold in your hand, but again, I donated money in your name. It's true. I donated $1,000 to the breast implant awareness fund.
Oh,
So
tits, man, tits.
that's right. They're helping young showgirls. You know. So every month the showgirl is going to write you a letter and send a picture. So this will be a doozy. You'll be waiting at the mailbox for this picture.
Hey, speaking of cross advertising, what was with that picture of Lady Gaga for the turd yesterday? Holy crap, man! She went commando on us.
That's right. It's like those shiny, like, what, a leather or
Pleather
semi-leather pants or whatever.
Leather.
This looks like it had a split about that wide, and she's probably getting up there and doing her dance routine.
Ooh.
So the people in the first row got a great view of the Gaga bung.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? It's like, obviously she's put on some weight. I mean, have you seen a recent picture of Lady Gaga?
No, has she been eating all that stuff that she was wearing there for a while?
Yeah, she ate the whole meat dress. She's packed it on.
Filling out, huh?
Yeah, she's gotten chubby. I tell you what, when we edit this episode here, I'll include a picture. Uh-oh, the connection for you is too slow for good video. Uh-oh.
I'm not lagging, am I?
No, so far so good. That little warning went away. Well, we'll see. We'll ride the tide. We'll see how long we can go. But yeah, I'll insert a picture of the recent Lady Gaga, so people can see what I'm talking about. She's chugged out a little bit.
I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah. Well, she was kind of skanky and skinny, but now she's kind of chubby and skanky.
Yeah.
But undeniably sexy. I found Lady Gaga sexy, despite the fact that she's kind of skanky.
Yeah, she came to the Twin Cities here one year, and believe it or not, some people were at a bar, and she just walked into the bar and walked up to the bar and sat down and started drinking with everybody and carrying on, and she was really cool. It was in the papers and everything that she had went to the bars and, like, for 2 or 3 hours hung out with everybody and drank with them and partied with them. And
wow. Well, was she all decked out like, classic Lady Gaga, or she looked normal?
No, she was just normal, just a dressed normal person type.
So
maybe it was all that sauce that put it on her. Boy, that stuff's got a lot of calories.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. I think she's just enjoying comfort food or something. Christina Aguilera did a major pork out in the last few years.
Yeah, she was really small though when she first started doing videos and stuff. If you look at her then, she was almost anorexic. She was so thin. Yeah,
but in a good way. That I don't know. There was a period where she was trying to be the sluttiest thing.
Flex once, eat on them ribs.
Yeah, no shit.
Don't be giving me no McRib when I want real ribs.
I know, McRibs only look like ribs. It's like, why do they bother? Why do they bother making the little rib-shaped pattern in there?
Because it holds the sauce better. It holds the sauce, more sauce.
Well, I guess it's true. But how'd you like to be the guy, designing the tool and die, to be the rib presser?
I'd like to be the guy back there on the rib pit, flipping the ribs over in the rib sauce.
You really got to stop eating that shit. We had Wendy's for dinner tonight. Anna called. She said, "What would you like from Wendy's?" I'm like, "Oh, sweet." Sweet,
Health
that's
food.
awesome. So what'd you have for dinner today, or lunch?
I had chicken fajitas.
Ooh, that sounds good.
They were good. I shoveled them down.
Did you have guacamole?
Yeah, they had some guac on the tray, but I didn't partake. I wasn't in a guac mood.
You're not a guac kind of a dude?
Sometimes I am, but I don't mind it.
I love me a good guacamole. Sour cream, guacamole, cheese, all that good stuff, man. You can't
You
beat
like
that.
all the good stuff, the good fixings that go with it.
Yeah, for my birthday, I guess it was Sunday night, Ann took me to a Mexican restaurant, Juan's. I had chile verde, which is, pork in a spicy sauce.
Yeah,
Mmm.
that's
This
good
is
stuff.
this is a restaurant in Oakland that's been there for a really long time, and they got all these pictures on the walls.
Yeah.
And they've got one they're very proud of. It's like Billy Martin. He's shaking hands with the owner and everything.
Oh, Wild Billy.
Billy Martin, yeah, I remember he used to manage for the A's for a long time, and also the Yankees, and
Yankees, the Twins.
he got around.
Yeah, he did. He used to get real mad, too.
Oh yeah, he was a good dirt kicker. He would kick dirt.
He was a dirt kicker. Ooh, hey, Method just got on playing the Dead Space 3 demo. I can't believe it. Somebody actually downloaded it and is playing it.
All right. So I don't know. So what's the deal with Dead Space? Tell me about Dead Space.
Well, you're stranded in this colony, and actually if you go back to the first one, you're sent to this ship that something's happened in, and you get there and these aliens have taken over the ship, and you got to basically fight your way through. It's like your typical campaign mode type situation.
Right.
And it's quite shock value-ish.
But you have to chop off their limbs, right?
You got to chop their limbs off, and they jump out at you. You will be scared if you play it with the lights dim and the headphones on. You will be walking along, and something will jump out and scare the shit right out of you. That's the kind of game it is.
Survival horror game.
Survival horror game in space.
Yeah.
And I sampled the demo a little bit this morning. I made a video, and I accidentally fried it, so I got to reshoot it. But I played a little bit, and the graphics are really good. Now, I'm getting it on the PS3, I think, though, because the graphics are even better on the PS3 than the Xbox.
Oh yeah, probably are. Well, Xbox doesn't do 1080p. Doesn't do true 1080p.
No.
I think it does 720 and upscales it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it does.
So when it came out, when the Xbox came out, it didn't have an HDMI cable, or it didn't have an HDMI plug. It was only later that they came out with those.
That's right. And the drive, their drive format was different in the beginning. Remember, they went with that Super HD or whatever it was instead of Blu-ray.
Yeah, it didn't win.
Blu-ray won.
Well, I remember, I can't wait till they figure out which format's going to be the one, and then we'll get us a Blu-ray player. But all this time, we've never bought a Blu-ray player. The only Blu-ray player is my PlayStation, and I've only used it to watch a Blu-ray like twice.
Damn Sony and their Blu-rays.
Well, the thing is, the quality of DVDs is good enough. So
most people can't tell the difference.
Yeah, it's good enough, and plus, now it's all about streaming. We stream everything. We've got Netflix, and
everybody wants instant TV, man.
Comcast on demand. If we're not doing Netflix, we're doing Comcast on demand.
Exactly.
So it's all at your fingertips, kind of shit. Who has time to worry about discs? So I don't know if we'll ever own a DVD Blu-ray player.
I've got a Blu-ray player, but that's only because I got a whole bunch of Blu-rays.
We have a bunch of DVDs. We've got these.
I'm waiting for The Wall to come out on Blu-ray. Pink Floyd.
Oh yeah. Now, how can you watch that not stoned?
I don't know. I just do. I guess I watched it so many times, Stone, that it's ingrained in my mind how to watch it. So
You know, I can't imagine.
I went to the concert. You know, everybody knows that. I went to the Roger Waters show, and it was a really good, very thought-provoking performance, I thought.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was one of the top, I think, as I've said this, it was one of the top 10 concerts I've seen, and I've seen many.
And you've been to a lot.
I've done a lot of concerts, and I would say it was in the top 3 as far as stage production. And I'm not shitting you, like, you know how like they usually, there's like a nice big mixing board at the back of the room, you know, big. I mean, they didn't have a mixing board. They had a fucking media pit, man, with like monitors everywhere, and like not one mixing board, but like 8 mixing boards and computers and all. I mean, it was just crazy shit. But he spent $60 million on the production. I don't know if anybody, I don't know if I've mentioned that before or not, but he spent $60 million on the production for that.
Fuck. Well, I hope he sold a lot of tickets. Gotta make that money. Monet.
Oh,
Make that Monet back.
He sold out Yankee Stadium, supposedly. Although there's some controversy on whether he did or not. But what would Roger Waters be without some controversy, for Christ's sake? He wouldn't be any fun at all.
So, hey, in the news today, I was at work, and there's in the waiting room in the hospital, they got a TV, and I just happened to overhear the president coming on TV saying, you know, he's going to issue executive orders for some stuff concerning the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, and he's going to address gun violence with a series of, I guess, laws or things he's going to issue as an executive orders, and he also is trying to urge Congress to pass some legislation about gun control. Now, what do you think about all that?
You know, I think they can legislate the shit out of it if they want, and it's not going to change a damn thing. If someone is mentally ill, or if someone is charged up, or if someone's high on meth or whatever, and they want to kill people, they're going to kill people. And statistics show, and I can't quote number for number here, but statistics show that way more murders are committed with clubs, tire irons, hammers, wrenches, crowbars, stuff like that, believe it or not. So it doesn't really, the tool of
I bet you most people get murdered by guns.
The tool of the crime doesn't matter. If I walk into a theater and I've got a crowbar and I walk up to 10 people and bash them in the head and kill them, is it any different if I walk in and use a high-powered rifle to kill 10 people? I don't know.
Well, then I think we've got to do something about crowbars.
Yeah, exactly. Crowbars need to be, we need, you know, and the funny thing is, I think, I don't know, you know, maybe making guns illegal is the right thing to do, you know, and say, okay, let's make guns illegal then. And then I'll tell you what else we should do. We need to make meth and heroin illegal so that wait a minute, they are illegal, but yet people still do them.
Well,
you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
I'm from on it. I'm being very facetious about it, but
I know. I sort of expected that kind of an attitude because you are a guy who has, you know,
I have
share of firearms. Yes, indeed. Yeah, me being a person that owns a BB pistol.
Yeah, I understand there's different perspectives on it. Everybody's got a different perspective on.
Well, here's what I think is funny is like the NRA came out immediately, you know, viciously defending.
Yeah, I know.
Guns, and they're, you know, it's like they're absolutely convinced that this means that the government wants to take everyone's guns away. And
yeah, that's basically what they were
saying. That is not what they're talking about. That is not what they're talking about. Just, you know, just a few regulations and hoops that you have to pass to, you know, to get your guns, and they're trying to do away with big magazines. It's like, seriously, what does a sportsman need with a 30-round clip?
I'm with you. You're
Well, here's what a
either a
sportsman
very
needs from
poor,
a 30-round clip.
you're either a very poor shot or you're a game hog.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. 30-round clips they got as much fun as it would be. I don't own a gun, but if I did, I think it would be fun to go out and shoot it. If I had an AR-15, hell, it would be fun. It'd be fun. Go out and go into the woods and shoot stuff. And having a big clip would even be more fun. You could just pretend like you're like in a first-person shooter. Yeah.
See,
So
the thing is, when you shoot a fully automated weapon, it's just like the video game. The tendency is the gun draws up. Whereas if you have a semi-automatic, you're taking a shot at a time, and you don't have that tendency where I've shot a fully automatic weapon, and the tendency is when you shoot a fully automatic weapon is you go upward with it because of the recoil.
right, it's probably a lot worse than it is in video games. In real life, it's probably a lot worse.
It is.
I mean,
it's very difficult to control it. I got a lot of respect for all of our guys in uniform. I always have, but I mean, to be able to go out and have someone shooting at you and be able to return fire with an automatic weapon, I mean, has got to be like the scariest thing in the world. I couldn't even imagine it.
yeah. Did you ever see the Rambo movie where he's got the M60
Yep.
and he's
Straps
just
that baby around his arm.
and he's just like spraying for days. He's just spraying for days.
That thing had like 600 shot belt on it, man.
It's like in reality, it would like fucking throw him to the ground probably. Trying to do that. You just can't do that.
Yeah.
But it would be fun to shoot. It would be fun to shoot. But, I do sort of wonder what sort of like kind of legitimate purpose that like a big detachable box ammo kind of thing has, because, that is kind of tailor-made for mass shootings.
It's definitely made for high capacity, high depth. It's a high depth tool.
Not that you couldn't,
There's no
because they're
dispute.
talking about a maximum ammo clip size of 10 rounds. Not that you can't go and fuck people's shit up pretty good with 10-round magazines. Because if you're a serial killer, or if you're like a spree killer, you could just you could seriously go ham with 10 rounds.
You could still do a lot of damage with 10 rounds.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I hate to see them limit. I hate to see. Well, first of all, I'll be blunt. I don't appreciate the president acting like he's king of the country all of a sudden, and that's kind of the feeling. That's kind of the feeling I got. I don't want to start a political thing here because we ain't about that stuff here on BPU. But it's like it needs to be addressed, but we need to address other things too that are coming along with it. And one of them is, and I'm going to harp on this because I am, is mental illness.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it is people that are mentally ill that are getting access to legally obtained firearms. And
well, there's a lot of mentally ill people that don't have firearms that still running around that should be cared for.
oh, certainly. I mean, we need to address mental illness as a whole, not just because of firearm deaths.
I live in Oakland and work in San Francisco, and you see crazy fuckers, on the streets all the time. I mean,
Uncared for, no meds.
yeah, they're they're homeless, and they're just like,
Yeah.
they're basket cases. They're so fucked up.
That's sad, man. Because everybody deserves deserves the chance to get help if they need it.
Yeah. When I first came to Oakland from Texas, I sold my car, and I figured I was going to buy another car as soon as I got to California. I flew out here, but getting an apartment was more expensive than anticipated, so I ended up spending my car money. So I had to ride the bus for about a half a year until I saved up enough money to get a car. And I'll tell you what, there's
All the weirdos ride the bus, don't they?
there's a lot of fucking people talking to themselves, you know, on the bus. It's like, oh man, I got to get a car.
It's like that show, The Craft, when those girls get off out in the middle of nowhere off the bus, and the guy goes to them, "You girls watch out for the weirdos now." And then one chick looks at him and goes, "Mister, we are the weirdos."
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what you're saying. We have a real issue with mental illness, you know, overall in this country, and it's not being treated. And we got a lot of guys coming back that are having problems, you know, from overseas. And I don't think that we're getting that properly addressed either.
I see veterans all the time that they're pretty messed up. I work at the VA, and some of these guys have problems that are not, you know, they're not getting the kind of help that they need. You know, I mean, it's pretty messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, your shirt is doing these weird things on the Skype call. It's like there's these little splotches, these little colorful things.
It's my, if you look at me, it's my globe, my disco globe is doing it. Disco globe lights. You can see.
What it is my display driver on my computer is starting to overheat for some reason. It was been giving me trouble. So I can tell the video is going to start breaking up pretty soon. So we should probably
cut her short, huh?
Cut this thing short pretty soon.
Okay.
So let's plug ourselves. I have a YouTube channel of my own self called Believe What.
And I have a YouTube channel myself called XZFlexZX.
And of course, be sure to show up for Monkey Turd Tuesdays on the Xbox. We, Flex and I, always have a lot of fun.
6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern.
That's right.
Oh, hey, a shout out to my friend Ryan from GameStop. He came back to work today after having a concussion and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
so what happened? A stack of video games fell and hit him on the head?
No, he bumped his head off of the headboard on his bed when he was moving around, and gave himself a concussion.
Oh wow! So he banged his head on the headboard.
Sometimes you get underneath the table and you're dinking around and you come up and you hit your. He did something like that. So.
See, I bet you. I bet you that's a lie. I bet you that's a lie. It was probably rough sex, and it's the headboard, and he, got knocked unconscious. That's probably what it was.
I got a little munchkin that's going to bed, so I had to say goodnight.
Tell her goodnight for me.
Come on over here. Yeah, come on over and say goodnight.
Got the munchkin. Has she ever been on TV?
Hey! You been on BPU before? Yeah, you've been on BPU before. This is my lovely daughter, Paige. All right, go to bed. Yeah, cowboy. Okay.
That's right.
Well, I think we've done all our plugging.
For Bulletproof Underwear, this is Yam Juice.
And I'm Flex. And this was Bulletproof Underwear number 29.
29. That'll have to do.
Another one in the can.
Another one in the can.
Let me stop my capture and see how big it is.
Let's see. You know what? I forgot to do the timing thing at the beginning. Let's do it at the end. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That'll do it.
Turn the light on. It turned the light on.
Clap on, clap off. Clapper.